Travis Wayne Goodsell. Yeah, I'm very surprised that I still have internet. I don't know what's going on. I remember having reached out to several different intelligence agencies in the federal government. I don't know if that's a part of it. I'm being tortured because I have no major source of income for 2 months now to buy anything. I was able to get Ghostbusters Afterlife only from the one source from my royalties that I get every month. But, very weird. There is no communication. I would expect that if intelligence agencies pay attention to a tip, that they contact such a person to get more information from them, because their tip lines are very limited on the information you can inform them on, and so it's designed for them to actually contact you for further information, and they just never have, ever. But anyway, I was going to bed early today, as everything's all set for me to go to bed, but then before shutting down the computer, I realized I should probably do a follow-up for the signs in the heavens. Yesterday and today, and specifically at 6 p.m. yesterday, it's the 12th month and 4th day of Adar 1 in the Jewish calendar. So, again, 12:4, which refers to Revelation 12:4, in which stars fall from the tail of the dragon. So we've had the moon at the tail of Cetus, the water dragon. And it's the water tiger year in Chinese. But as you can tell, it's nothing happened. In the Joseph Smith translation, Revelation chapter 1, the signs in the heavens are in the likeness of things on the earth. And so the signs in the heavens are the signs for what is to happen and occur on earth. That's been the theory framework for all my testing for these latter days, to identify who's who with the constellations and the 5 visible planets and the sun and the moon, as well as trying to establish what events are being referred to. And it turned out that in retrospect I was figuring them out in the beginning. Figuring them out for predictions, I've not been too successful yet, except for this latest one last Monday with that Exodus 9 match. But for your information, going back to 2017 with the stars falling from the tail of the dragon, had only worked for Monson's death. Everything else has not been successful at the tail of dragons. And so I'm not surprised nothing happened yesterday and into today, unless there's something we're not going to find out about until tomorrow. I'm not counting on it. But Mondays, and it carries over to the 8th, so the 7th and the 8th, not just the 7th, the moon will now be in Aries. And that has demonstrated a consistent pattern of things happening. The 2 of the 3 apostles, Perry and Scott, had falling meteor showers in Aries when they died. And so that's something interesting. The big sign that everybody knew the day and hour of, April 2024, yeah, that's supposed to have something big on that date to finish up the latter days, as Jupiter will be in Aries on that day. And so the moon being in Aries on Monday and Tuesday, I'm more confident that something is likely to happen on those 2 days. But what? Don't know yet. I'll have to wait and find out. The moon is the sign for Earth's religion. Left eye is moon, right eye is government. And the sun and the moon. And the 2 eyes of Horus in the Egyptian religion, who's the last day Messiah character. His 2 eyes are the Egyptian word PTR, which is Peter, which is seer. And so this is why Peter in the gospel stories is not a real character. He represents a seer. So when Jesus is brought before Caiaphas, the high priest of the Jews, as the president of our church is the high priest of the high priesthood, the president of the high priesthood over the church, that's the same role. It's just it doesn't have government authority. And so when Peter is at that event, the seer with the high priest, and the seer or the high priest Caiaphas orders Jesus' death, and Peter likewise betrays knowing Jesus. And so you can see the false Christ versus the true last days Messiah being played out in that particular story. And if you're new and you're going, what? Jesus isn't real? Yes, we're not Christian. Constantine created Jesus. And that's the whole point of the latter days, is that the enemy is purposely going to destroy Christianity once and for all, to put this nonsense to rest. All the abuses and the holy wars that Christianity has caused for 2 millennia is gonna end in the latter days, and they're using the Bible's revelations and star dates to coordinate this war in Magog. Ukraine. But that's the video I did this morning for you, which I think I did last night and then uploaded it this morning. And so, yeah, I'm expecting that occurrence, something on Monday or Tuesday, having to do with religion. Now, after Nelson did his EU web conference, he's gone into hiding. As the church news on late yesterday, came out with Oakes and Eyring doing a question and answer concerning church councils. Yes, we're all on the edge of our seat to know about how revelation is received in councils. God. So why wasn't Nelson a part of that? Why just those two? I don't know. But there are certain scriptures that need to be fulfilled as prophecies for the latter days. And we're in the midst of a tetrad. Lunar and solar. I'm the one who's pointing out that solar and lunar are a part of this, as America is the designated land for the latter days, not Jerusalem and not Egypt. See, the Egyptians used Egypt as the parable, metaphoric, symbolic land of the latter days in their apocalyptic literature. And the Jews used Jerusalem for that. And the Greeks used Greece. And the Romans used Rome, and so on and so forth. So, something else for you to be aware of that won't happen until next Sunday, the 13th. There's a meteor shower that begins in Virgo. So that's interesting. Virgo is the church that is to give birth to the last days Messiah. And of course, talking Mormonism. So Joseph Smith said, and it's all about Mormons. And so to have the church with a meteor shower next Sunday is very interesting. It's not Aries, but it is the church with a meteor shower, stars falling from heaven. And like I said, with Perry and Scott, there were meteor showers, stars falling from heaven, and Aries in that case, both of those cases. So, I wonder, maybe I should go back and check Packer and see if there was a meteor shower that was somewhere in the zodiac when he died. I didn't even think to check that. I was just checking Aries. So, yeah. If I find it, I'll put it in, I guess. It's getting later and later. Maybe I'll give this to you tomorrow. Packer meteor shower. And then on the 15th, Tuesday, Leo on the crown of the woman will join her with a meteor shower, Leonid meteor showers. And then the moon on that day will be at the mouth of Leo when the meteor showers pop up. And then the moon will be in conjunction with the meteor showers on the 16th when the moon will be full. So that's going to be interesting. So next Sunday, the 13th, and the 16th, if not the 15th as well. So we've got some fun stuff that could potentially be coming our way. As I have a note, whether I am still inspired tomorrow to do it or not, to do a really, oh yeah, it's the last page. Great and Abominable Church History. Do a little summary video for you that'll probably take 8-hour video series to do. So, yeah, this is what science does, real science. They look for patterns and develop theories to explain anomalies and require tests for confirmation or rejection. And so the tail of the dragon is consistent. There was a rejection. So Monson dying for the fulfillment of Revelation 12:4 is all that was. So this as a comparable, as it was 12:4 in the Jewish calendar, had nothing to show for it, at least as far as we know. So then we just go on to Monday and Tuesday next to see if something's going to happen there, which the pattern says yes, but that's just a prediction for right now. That's what science is all about. And it's kind of weird because the ancients, knowing this pattern as they were the ones who developed it, they actually caused events on Earth to occur when they saw a sign in the heaven. But I'm purposely not doing any of that. I'm trying to see, hey, if it's going to be for real, it has to be for real. I can't tamper with the test. I'm not going to tamper with the test. And so, whether the church, hearing my videos, are tampering with the test, that's on them. So, but yeah, that's it. And then after the 8th, Jupiter is pretty much, it's officially the 16th, because that's the full moon. We can say that Jupiter is now in the waterfall of Aquarius, but it seems more like on the 11th. It's pretty much left the thigh and is right there on the edge of in-between zone. But yeah, if you're unfamiliar, refer you to that video talking about the thigh, and I merged it with tomorrow's Sunday school lesson so that you don't go to church. Trying to encourage you to stay away. Trying to save your lives, because there's a certain church that are keeping church open, trying to murder you. And if you're going to be dumb enough to not see it, there's nothing more I can do for you. You know, I can't take away your agency. If you're going to continue to believe the church is true and allow them to murder you, I can't interfere. I can only warn and get frustrated with you. That's it. That's all I can do. So, alrighty. I have to correct myself, but in so correcting, I've found additional information that I need to give you, which is a pattern. Of me. Perry is the one who didn't have a falling star meteor shower in Aries. The sun was in Aries. The moon was shortly after the full moon, and so it was starting to wane, and it was still in the Serpens constellation. The head portion of Serpens was not quite yet into Ophiuchus, which is the throne of God. And in Libra and in Scorpio, there were meteor showers. and the meteor showers were being weighed in the balances, and Scorpio is Scorpion King. And so they're in conjunction with the moon that was now falling. So Packer does indeed have more to it. Or no, that's Perry. Make sure I get that right. Perry. Sun in Aries, and the two meteor showers in conjunction with the now falling moon in Libra, Serpens, and Scorpio. And it's all right around the tree of knowledge of good and evil, the falling tree, the tree that caused the fall. And it's called the star Akrab in Arabic, and it refers to that. With Packer, additional information. He had Aries, that's the corrected information. There was a falling star meteor shower in Aries. But there was also a falling meteor shower, the Herculeids, at the Achilles heel of Medusa and the head of Hercules at the tail of Draco the dragon. Huh. So, yeah, that was quite surprising. But it's not a part of the zodiac, but does correspond with Revelation and the stars falling from the tail of the dragon when Monson died. And so, as the president of the Quorum of the 12, for a star shower falling from the tail of the dragon for Packer, the president of the Quorum of the 12, that's significant. So, yeah, but this year, quadrantids, nothing happened. But I maybe should go back and check now and stay up overnight to find this information. See if there's a date when meteor showers from this point on will appear in the tail of the dragon Draco. So, hang on. I may be back. If I'm not back, then yeah, there's nothing. So no, nothing anytime soon, but there's some fun stuff coming this year. And to add with what I already knew and would have been giving you, assuming, I have no idea what my life holds. It's in the balance, and people are keeping sacred secrets from me, torturing me, as I can't purchase anything to survive. So, alrighty. Well, that's updated information for you. So, in summary, I'm expecting something to do with the church for religion Monday or Tuesday. So, I've got notes to assemble this and make sure the right pictures are put in. So, we'll see if I do it right.